Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Pinoy Money Ideas podcast. My name is Ray.
Hi, and this is Princess.
Alright, and this is the fourth episode. We've been gone for a few weeks. Yes, Princess, no?
Yeah, kasi syempre, busy and hindi tayo makahanap ng venue to record. So now, we are trying this out where we are doing this via call. So I hope the sound is good and you can understand Ray better.
I'll try to be not to be a nuisance. Lilinawan ko po, no? Actually, not. I'm nowhere near Princess right now, but since I know everyone who's been listening has been also waiting for this episode to come out, ayaw na namin ipagpatagal pa, no?
Yeah.
And speaking of which, I want to shout out to Mr. Adrian Solano, who had specifically been saying that he's been looking forward to this episode, ano? And Thank you po sa pagsubaybay. Specifically, this episode would speak of basic investing. You know, so the last episode we ended with the basic budgeting principles, and one of the things that we discussed was setting aside funds for investment. Diba?
So this time we will be talking about basic investing, kung ano ba yung mga types of investment. So, kung saan expert si Mr. Ray Tan dyan.
I try to be. But this is where your 20% go. Sabi nga, diba? I mean, this is where your taxes go. This is where your 20%
savings
goes, no?
Yeah.
So, yung investing, medyo malawak na, na topic, ano? But for this particular episode, we would only be speaking of investing in terms of yung capital markets, I mean. But what is investing per se? Investing is putting money onto something for the expectation of profit.
Mm-hmm.
So there are many types of investments out there. In fact, anything that you put, not even money pa nga eh. If you put effort, you put faith in it, and you expect something in return, that's called an investment. But again, for this particular episode, we would be speaking of the capital markets. Now, the capital markets, ito yung mga investments na technically ang gumagalaw pera mo.
Yeah.
So there's really minimal human intervention in these investments. So dun muna tayo mag-focus for now.
We discussed about, in-explain mo kung ano yung definition ng investment, hindi ba? So, pagdating sa investments, kasi sabi nila, di ba, pagdating sa investments, ang pinag-uusapan ng mga tao, ay, sayang pera ko dyan. Ay, nakakatakot mag-invest kung hindi ko alam yung i-investan ko. Or, they always say na you should be willing to lose your money when you're investing. So, ano ba yung advantages and disadvantages when you decide to invest?
Well, buti nabanggit mo siya, no? Because investments really are risky. Iba-iba nga lang yung risk levels, no? But yun talaga eh. Kasi if you want to invest, it means that you want to get something more than what you're getting right now, di ba? So the difference between saving up versus investing is that kapag nagsasave ka, you're expecting income from a fixed source, like yung employment, sometimes sales mo sa business mo and all that. But just to simplify things, kapag fixed kasi yung income mo, and pasok ng pera is predictable, right?
Oo.
But then the upside, the potential of earning doesn't really go up because, di ba nga, if it's no risk, no return.
Mhm.
Pag high risk, high return. But it doesn't necessarily have to be high risk. Kaya nga, pag may investment ka, there are a few types which we would be discussing later, no? Different types of investments that would have different, kumbaga may mga different risk profiles na babagay sa kanila. But basically, what you're trying to do here in investing is to accumulate capital, maybe sometimes create capital for you. But it's basically giving you much more earning power than just merely getting it from your primary source, whatever that might be, no? So that's the advantage.
Yeah, actually,
Obviously, the disadvantage is kabaliktaran niya. It might also lose. So
totoo yung sinasabi nila na you should be willing to lose money.
exactly, yeah. In fact, there are, kaya nga nag-budget tayo the last episode, no? Because that part of your budget is something that you're willing to lose kung isa-set aside mo siya sa investment. But again, the upside is much more bigger than its potential of loss. Depende on how you execute it. Now, speaking of which, natanong mo rin siya kanina, no? Na paano kung wala kang alam and all, nakakatakot, di ba? Yun yung address na gusto mong ma-address kanina.
Oo eh.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of studying, but you don't have to be an expert, no? There's a saying that parang favorite ko na rin siya lately na you really don't have to be a mechanic to know how to drive a car. Diba? All you have to know is how certain parts work, then you could drive the car yourself. Di mo naman kailangan alamin yung specifics ng how the car works. Diba? Yun lang naman siya. And that's what we would be trying to provide right now. No? A bit of an idea, then somewhere to start, diba? For them to research further, or maybe we could cover those topics then in the future. Well, not maybe. We would definitely cover them.
So, yeah. So, I think we should give that parang caution ba na it is good. Maganda talagang advantage kung may alam ka about investment. Kasi, syempre, saan ka makakahanap ng nakatenga lang yung pera mo pero it's earning money, diba? So, kasi sanay tayo na sa bangko lang natin iiwan yung pera natin, yung mga savings natin, and it's not growing. So, kung magkano lang yung nilagay natin doon, yun lang yun for the longest time. And when it comes to investing naman, syempre, yun yung magandang part na ngayon na may alam na tayo or may natututunan na tayo at naririnig natin yung word na investment na napapalaki yung pera mo habang tumatagal. You're making the money work for you. Diba?
Right. Tama. Because, traditionally, diba, yun yan, tinatabi ng tao pera nila sa bangko, kama ka doon. Sometimes, sa ilalim pa ng kama nila and all. But there's really nothing wrong with keeping money that way. I mean, if that's how you're comfortable with it. Pero do not expect it to grow. Hindi naman siya parang kumbaga tinanim mo tapos bubunga lang ng pusa, di ba?
Yeah.
Specifically kapag nagbago ka, it's not an investment technically because you're earning like what? 0.25%?
Oo. Or minsan mataas na yung 1.5, di ba?
Oo, may mga ganon. Pero very seldom.
Yeah.
Even those yung mga
tsaka hindi mo
time deposit.
Hindi mo nadadama. Hindi mo ramdam yung
True.
increase ng pera.
Kasi nasa na ba ang ating inflation ngayon, no? Inflation is at best, no? Is around 3.5% na.
Oo.
It was previously at around 5 or 6%, no? But considering na yung bank would only pay you 0.25%, that's a far cry from making your money's worth. Ika nga, diba? Because mas mahal pa ang bilihin kesa sa pagtaas ng pera mo.
Yeah.
So it won't catch up. So investing is definitely an option for most people who would want to have alternative income, secondary income, na pang long term.
Yes.
Which differentiates it from trading. There are some people who sometimes equate investing to trading, because investing in by its definition is putting money with the expectation for it to grow over time. But ganun din naman sa trading, except si trading is more of a short-term type of way of earning money.
Yeah.
So when you trade, you put money by quote-unquote buying a certain security, like stocks, like forex, like crypto, and then you cash it out almost immediately.
Yeah, I think
like selling.
Oo, I think yun yung common misconceptions ng mga layman katulad ko. Kasi I thought, and even before, may naririnig ako mga friends ko eh. I thought talaga, when you invest, when you say investment in stocks, yun nga yung parang trading eh, na easy money, na uy, mapapayaman ka nito right away. Ganyan. Pero, kaya that's why, takot na takot ako or yung mga kakilala ko magpasok ng pera sa investment. Kasi, iniisip nila, pasok mo, mamaya, out na, wala ng pera. Ganun yung iniisip nila.
By principle, pwede mangyari yun, no? Sa forex at saka sa crypto. Sa stocks, because of yung mga may security measures ang stock exchange para ma-prevent yung sudden drop ng price, no? So siguro pag nag-steep drop siya ng let's say mga 50% ng ano niya, di ba? Hindi mangyayari yun. Hindi mo ubus ang kalahati ng pera mo sa isang trading session. When I say trading session, isang araw, from 9:30 to 2:30, hindi mangyayari yung kalahati ng wipe out. Much more kapag yung buong pera mo mawala agad-agad. But getting back to the point, stocks can both be traded and invested in. Trading kasi is by definition is buying and selling. Kaya nga siya trading. But there are certain stocks, which I will discuss later, certain stocks na pang trading, there are certain stocks na pang investing.
Yeah.
And so, we'll be speaking of stocks in the investing, the principle of investing. You know?
So yung trading, now that may alam na ako sa mga ganito, di ba? So yung trading, ito yung tipo ng investment na binabantayan talaga, di ba? Ito yung, kasi may mga tao na sobrang excited na, I invested money on stocks, ganyan. Tapos every day, nagtatawagan sila na, pinanood mo na ba to? Binenta mo ba? Or, yung parang everyday binabantayan nila yung market. Which,
actually, there are, that's true.
Yeah, so yun yung trading. Pero when it comes to long-term investment, ito yung iniiwan lang nila yung pera, di ba?
Yes,
so
exactly.
So yun yung medyo safe na part ng investments, I would say.
Well, actually, since nandito na rin naman tayo, no, let's start with the stock market. So let's talk about the stock market muna. No? So as earlier mentioned, the stock market can be both traded and invested in. Now, ang stock market is basically a marketplace where you could buy and sell pieces of ownership of certain companies. So, palengke lang siya technically na parang sa palengke may nagbebenta ng manok, may nagbebenta ng baboy, may nagbebenta ng baka. Iba-ibang company ito. There are certain types of businesses na pwede pag-investan. There are certain types of businesses na technically you would want to trade because of their stock. So, anong difference ng dalawa? Sa investing kasi, you put money in a certain company because of its fundamentals, meaning malusog ba ang company in terms of their financial state? Would they have a good outlook in the coming months and years? That would make you believe na pag naglagay ka ng pera mo at a certain price right now, it would grow in the future, like in months or in years. Basically, what you're doing on the stock market is you're trying to buy it at the lowest price that you can, and trying to sell it at the highest point that you can. Some traders do that, on a daily basis. In fact, there are people who make trading their actual living. They log into their accounts and kumbaga they just watch the market all day and trade, buy and sell. That way nakakuha sila pa. Depende sa laki nung inangat ng pera, would there be some profit for them? Sometimes it's a loss as well. That's the risk of trading.
Mm-mm.
At the same time, medyo may konting pag-aaral pa other than just knowing the company.
Yeah,
Because
tsaka,
in trading,
yun yung tinatawag nilang diba? Speculative lang.
yes,
Na
exactly.
parang yung parang chismis, haka-haka, dun mo ibibase yung pag-invest mo. Tama ba yun?
Not necessarily chismis. Because ang kaganda kasi sa stock market is whenever there is news that is involving any of the companies in the stock market, they are required to make a disclosure, a public disclosure, which means na hindi pwede silang gumawa ng action na hindi alam ng publiko. That's the protection that the stock market gives you as an investor or even a trader. That's a legally binding contract that they have entered with the Philippine Stock Exchange na every time that there would be any corporate actions or any news that would affect the business, they would have to disclose that to the public.
Mm-mm.
So, in that way, yung publiko naman can make a decision whether to buy new shares or buy more shares of what they already have or even sell them. Diba?
Yeah.
Sa trading, medyo minsan depende ang trading sa ganong news, pero most of the time, yung trading kasi is more on how the price action moves. Yung price action meaning from price X to price Y over an amount of time. So, pinag-aaralan ng mga trader yan. Kasi there are certain patterns in the charts na nauulit lang.
Mm-mm.
So, that's what they try to do. They try to predict what the next move of the market is. Depende sa patterns that the price is doing for that particular stock. But we won't be speaking of that right now. We'll be speaking of investing right now, which in essence is just putting money on a particular stock and then letting it ride for a few months
Or years.
or even years.
Yeah.
Right? So let's take Jollibee for example. Jollibee was around, if I'm not mistaken, 7% when it went to market in the mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's around 300 pesos. Not 300%, 300 pesos. So imagine that from 3 pesos, from 7 pesos when it started. Now, I'm checking how much Jollibee has closed right at this moment. Pa-check natin kung magkano na si Jollibee now. But basically, over how many years, like say 20 years or so, they've grown more than 300%. Yeah. That's almost 500 folds.
Wow.
Bumaba si Jollibee ngayon.
Pero compare mo nung 90s, di ba?
Pero compared to 7 pesos in the past.
Yeah. Ang laki nung bagay na
500
yun.
folds, 50 folds na pala.
So, would you think or would you say na when you invest on a company such as like yun, parang Jollibee, ganyan, na you think will grow exponentially all throughout the years, pwede mo bang sabihin na kapag nag-invest ka sa mga ganong bagay, kalimutan mo na yung pera mo dun?
I would say so. Yes. If it still would boil down to what your risk personality is. No, but if you're the type of person who really is looking in the long term, but would also want to grow your money exponentially faster than other vehicles, then the stock market is the way to go. Now, specifically, those in the top 30, kung tawagin nila, the top 30 stocks, which technically it's the index stocks. In lahat ng mga stocks na nasa Philippine Stock Exchange Index or PSEI. You're technically not the top 30 because it's a little bit subjective yung ranking ngayon. But kaya meron tayong index is yun yung 30 stocks na sa tingin ng Philippine Stock Exchange na is a good indicator of how the economy is moving, diba?
So yung ba yung sinasabi nilang blue chip?
Yes, exactly. Mga blue, they believe now wherever these 30 stocks go is pretty much how our economy is doing. So if you're the type of person na long term, you might want to consider putting money in some of these 30 stocks. I won't, other than Jollibee, which I only use for example purposes.
Pag long term, how long do you think it should be? 5 years? 10 years?
5 years is long term.
Talaga?
Pero the length of time that a person is investing really is relative. Some people cannot afford to wait 20 years. Like yung mga people na mag-start ng 60 years old na sila, they cannot afford to wait for 20 years to have their money grow. At the same time, those people at 60 years old could also not afford to be investing in the stock market in the first place because there's a larger risk for loss of money in the stock market. So usually pag mga ganun ng edad, we go for yung mga relatively safer investment vehicles such as mutual funds.
Pag mga kapag mga ganong edad, so parang may mga age pala siya na suggestions na kapag early 20s ka, you should start with this type of investment. May mga ganun pala talaga siya.
Yes, definitely. Although age is not the sole determining factor, no? Because nandun yung risk appetite, yung how much risk you can tolerate, diba? So, may ibang tao na 5% pa lang na nababawas sa pera nila, nagpapalit na sila. Yung iba naman, 50% na nawawala sa pera nila, pero okay pa sila. Diba? We also have to take into consideration yung amount of capital that they have when it comes to investing, because what if they have like a small amount to start with, so mas maganda kung mag-start ko muna sa mga medyo yung mga less risky investments. But at the end of the day, it's the investor who decides what to do with their money.
Yes, exactly.
As brokers, like we only tell them what's suitable for their situation, but it really depends on them. So, yeah, in the stock market, maganda potential, and I would definitely recommend it for accumulating wealth a lot quicker. But there are a few other less risky options, such as bonds.
Yeah.
And let's talk about bonds a bit, because I remember
medyo
someone joining the group kasi wanna learn about bonds.
Yeah. Medyo medyo confusing yun sa iba. Like, yeah, they know stock market. They know mutual funds. Pero yung pag sinabi mo ng mga bonds, like ano yun, di ba? So,
Okay.
yeah. So, can you tell us more about it?
Sure. Definitely. So, ang bonds is just utang. Yeah. So it's a
Utang.
contract of debt. So
Ah.
when a company wants to raise money, but doesn't want to go to a bank, uh, because a bank, but sometimes it's because of the capital that they need. Sometimes a bank cannot provide for a certain company because it's too large. So what companies sometimes do is that they put up what they call bonds, which is contracts of debt. Ang basically, ang ginagawa nila is umuutang sila sa publiko.
Oh.
Right. So, bawat kontratang yon would have an X amount, let's say mga 50,000, for example, to be paid after X amount of years. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's 3 years, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 10. Now, depende sa length of time, would the interest also be dependent on. Kasi yung mga bonds kasi would have interest, di ba? Utang din. So, the investor, in order for him to be parang enticed to magpautang do sa company na yon, would have to be enticed with the interest itself.
Okay.
So when they technically lend their money to the company, they're expecting payouts of interest and then their principal to be given back after the contract is up.
Oh, so you can say na mas safe yon compared sa stocks.
Yes, because number one, yung bond kasi is again utang siya. Diba? It's an obligation of the company to bring it back. Plus, merong guaranteed interest payouts. Guaranteed, when I say guaranteed, it's because it's on paper. Na sinasabi, you'll be receiving 3-5% payouts every quarter or per annum. But meron mga certain types of funds din na medyo iwasan natin. Depende siya sa company na umutang sa'yo. So, say, may mga company na hindi pa ganun ka-healthy financially but would want to sell bonds, they could. But they're called junk bonds. Junk, parang basura.
O bakit naman naging basura siya?
Well, it's technically not basura, but the chances of them being paid off is a lot less than the usual bonds because hindi pa sila ganun ka-healthy financially. So, there's still a risk. There's still a risk for you to lose your money, your principal.
So, you would say na
a higher interest.
Oh, so may chance na hindi mabayaran yung bonds, kumbaga.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's always a chance naman lagi. But the chance of it not being paid is just a bit higher on junk bonds. But they pay out larger interest. Yun naman yung advantage ng junk bonds. There are graded bonds, kung tawagin naman. Graded bonds are those that are really sturdy in terms of it being paid back because of the financial health of the company. So let's just imagine someone from, say, San Miguel or probably again Jollibee, maybe someone from Universal Robina who puts out a bond. These are stocks. These are not stocks, but these are companies that have proven that they have the ability to pay back. But it's again not a guarantee pa rin. It's always like that in investment. Wala talagang guarantee. The only thing that is technically guaranteed is the amount of interest being paid out. the past.
Oo.
In lending out the money, you lending out the money to the company. Now, the last type of fund is, well, technically there's two more, but let's categorize it into this one. It's the government issued one. Again, the last one, well, technically there are two, but we'll categorize it as one muna, which is yung government issued bonds. There are two, yung mga T-bills or treasury bills and treasury bonds. So, yung mga treasury bills, yun yung mga shorter term, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Yung mga treasury bonds, yung mga 2 years pataas. Yun yung mga mas matagal ang payout. But I say they are the safest because they're backed by the confidence of the Philippine government.
So ito ba yung RTB, UITF, ganyan?
No, not necessarily. Pero binibenta rin siya sa bangko. You have the correct idea naman. But binibenta rin naman siya sa bangko. No? So, technically, ang gobyerno umutang sa tao rin. Umutang din sila sa tao. So, hindi lang sila sa taxes kumukuha. Sometimes, may mga project ang, let's say, City of Manila na hindi pasok dun sa inallocate na budget for them by the central government. So, sometimes the City of Manila will put out bonds or bills for that. So, ikaw bilang investor would trust that you would be paid back because the government would never go away. There's always gonna be a government.
Pero guaranteed,
so, sure
guaranteed ba yun? Guaranteed return? Diba may iba?
It's something short of guaranteed. In the language that they use, they never use guaranteed because lalo na nagpalabas ng advisory si SEC, diba? About guaranteed returns. So the language that's being used when we're speaking of government bonds is just backed by the confidence of the government. So it's something short of saying it's guaranteed, pero hindi ginamit yung word na yun.
Okay.
Yan. So that's just another option. It's a lot safer than stocks because it's practically just a contract of debt. You just don't expect the returns to be that handsome as well. Kasi interest payments lang naman na makukuha mo sa kanya. But you're a bit sure, well not a bit sure, but you're very sure na yung principal mo is mo pa makukuha after X amount of years.
Okay. Okay, so what's next?
The last one that I would want to mention is mutual funds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yun, lagi
So,
natin naririnig yan eh.
ito.
Mutual funds.
So what's your idea of a mutual fund, Princess?
Ako pa yung tinanong mo, no? Well, I would think na it's similar to the concept of investing sa stock market. It's just that mas mababa yung increase nung interest and it's much more safer than investing in stock market. So, ganun yung pagkaintindi ko sa mutual funds.
Tama yun. But I want to expound on that. Bakit nga ba parang investing sa stock market but mas konti yung yung interest, yung kita, diba, yung return. Bakit nga ba ganon? Ang mutual fund kasi is just a pool of money from different investors being managed by a fund manager. So a mutual fund is an institution na magsasabi na, okay, I will collect all of your money sa mga interested investors, okay? And what I'm gonna do for you is I'm going to use that money to invest in other things to make your money grow. In exchange, I get a management fee. Now, ang kinaganda kasi ng mutual fund is that although you don't have actual ownership, hindi katulad sa stocks, kapag bumili ka ng shares ng isang company, you can actually say that you're a part owner of that company. And so if the company liquidates, you're part of the people na babayaran ng stock ng company na yon. Whereas kapag sa mutual funds ka, you have no actual ownership. Meaning, ano man ang nangyari sa stock na yan, mawala man yung stock na yan or what, hindi ka ma-pay out ng stock na yan. Because you're not the owner. But what you own is a piece of the fund itself, yung pool ng pera na hinahawakan ng fund manager. So, kung, let's say, ang hinahawakan ng fund manager is, kung wari lang, 100 pesos, and you have 10 pesos as a part of that fund, then you have 10% of the fund. Right?
Yeah.
So, kung ano man ang kitain ng fund na yun, you always get 10%.
Oh. That's
Yun.
good. Good pa rin yun, diba?
Although may konting bawas na sometimes it's 2.5% management fee. The advantage of it is that lagay ka lang ng pera, hindi mo na binabantayan. You'll just receive quarterly annual reports about your investment, pero hindi ikaw yung gumagalaw ng pera mo. Now, why is it less in terms of returns compared sa stocks? Because maraming pera ang involved dito. Fund managers usually invest in a lot of things, not just one particular investment vehicle. Depende sa kung anong klaseng fund sila. There are equity funds, which is primarily on stocks. There are balanced funds, which is a good mix of stocks, bonds, and other mutual funds as well. So, yung depende sa kung anong klaseng growth ang gusto mo mangyari sa pera mo, that's where you put your funds in.
Yeah, and depende rin sa risk yun, di ba? So, the higher the growth, yun yung dapat na alala is that
kasi
higher the growth,
always keep in mind,
the higher the risk.
Higher risk, higher return. Diba? So, pero, ang kaganda kasi nun is the fund manager yung fund manager is being measured by not only the mutual fund company that employs him, but also his investors. Ginagalingan niya. He makes sure na hindi man mataas, gaano kataas yung hindi naman mawawala or magkakaroon ng loss. There are times that in certain months, a mutual fund can net a loss. But since again, the fund manager is incentivized to make sure na the investment is growing, he makes sure na it maximizes yung potential return sa stock na yun. Not the stock, but the fund itself. Tapos, since my fund manager ka and mutual funds are heavily regulated as well, just like stocks, kung ano yung pinili mong klase ng fund, the fund manager is limited to that. Hindi siya pwedeng kuwari naka-balanced fund ka. Hindi siya pwedeng 60-70% sa stocks na ka-invest because it goes against dun sa kung anong klase ng fund ang binili mo. So, as an investor, you're also protected with that. Kaya lang, mutual funds would net around 3.5 to at best 9% per annum. It's good na rin. Very good. In fact, in 9% and 10%. Pero at an average, siguro nasa mga 6 or 7% across all funds sa Pilipinas. But if you consider it, 7% year on year, in a way, it's a good investment na rin because it's, number one, beating inflation. uh, inflation, for those who don't know what inflation is the yung pagba or pagtaas ng purchasing power mo.
Oo.
Purchasing power ng pera mo. So, the objective of investments is to beat inflation.
Mm-mm.
If mutual funds are beating, if your fund is beating inflation, then you're in good hands. Okay. Now, speaking of mutual funds, since there's a specific product in insurance product, in fact, na tinatawag sa variable unit life or unit linked products. Ang insurance kasi, they invest in mutual funds then, and they allow investors to invest in those mutual funds, and hence it's a variable unit linked product.
Yeah, ito yung majority or madalas in-offer ngayon ng mga insurance.
Yes. Now, if you were thinking of opening a mutual fund account, kumuha na lang din ng insurance, di ba? At least you're hitting two birds with one stone.
Exactly. Insured ka na, at the same time, you're earning money from that investment, right?
Yes. Although in the first few years, hindi siya sa investment mo pupunta yung pera mo agad-agad. But what you're paying for is the peace of mind in the first few years, di ba, na meron pang insurance. But over time, you'd expect that your funds would also grow and would eventually outgrow your face amount, yung guaranteed benefit mo in the insurance product. So if you're looking to go for a mutual fund account, you can do so, but I would suggest you do it with a linked product na lang. Kasi
lalo na sa mga
investment you could do is an investment.
Yeah, lalo na sa mga beginners, 'di ba? Na yung first time pang magkakaroon ng money to put on investment.
And the moment that you start earning income, that's the very first thing that you have to have. It's to protect your income. Protect your income making capacity. That's made by insurance. And then, nasama mo na lang din ng mutual fund. So, we've discussed practically 4. I've only planned on discussing 3. What we have: stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and unit-linked products. And it's very, very easy to start naman. Most of these, especially pag mutual funds and stocks, you can start as low as 5,000 pesos.
Yeah.
There are certain brokers na may mga promo pa minsan. Mga 1,000 lang, pwede ka na mag-start. And what you just really have to keep in mind is that just transact with licensed people. If not licensed people, dun sa mismong yung mismong institution where you want to go. So if you want to look at stocks, you go to either a stockbroker or you go to the actual firm who employs that stockbroker person. So we have Bill Stocks, we have Call.
Call Financials.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Now, mutual funds, ganun din. Marami naman nag-offer na sa mga bangko lalo na. But there are also independent mutual funds such as Atrap and FMIC. No, it's a bank. But again, kung mag-mutual funds ka rin lang naman, go for unit link. So, insurance companies.
Mm-mm.
Right. Bonds, there are companies that are selling bonds through banks. So from time to time, there will be advisories from the companies who are selling bonds. Sometimes banks would also send out those advisories over the internet and broadsheets. So watch out for that as well. So napakadali lang mag-start actually, mag-fill out na lang ng form most of the time, no? Kasi kailangan ang investor kilala nung broker, whatever broker siya, kung ano sa mang broker siya, They have to have a form. Usually the process would only take around 3 business days maximum.
Yeah. For me, I would suggest that you start with the safe investment first before you jump into stock market. Experience opening an account or getting an unit link muna, and then after that, if you have extra money, start opening a mutual fund or get a bond, 'di ba? So, parang nakikita mo or nagigauge mo or nafe-feel mo, parang testing the waters ba?
Yan, tama.
Test the waters first before you jump into the big whales, which is stock market.
Oh, may kasabihan nga dyan na I just recently heard from a friend, never test the waters with both feet. And I get that. At the same time, depende rin naman talaga sa pag-iipag-usap sa broker mo yan. But one thing is for sure, you always have to invest in your life first.
Yeah.
Make sure na yung earning capacity mo is protected before even protecting any other thing.
Yes.
And then you start investing after that. So get an insurance policy if you don't have one yet. The moment that you have earned, you're earning your own money, get yourself insured. And then, unit link backup if you want to, go ahead. Pero kahit yung basic protection would do. Then, you jump right ahead to mutual fund if you want to, or talk to a broker to go through a risk personality questionnaire with you to see what's best for you.
Yeah.
And then, kung ano man yung mapag-desisyonan mo, before you do anything else, mag-deposit ka. Initial fund. Whatever it is that you decide on, bago ka pa mag-aral, bago mo pag-aralan yung mag-deposit ka na. Parang baliktad? Hindi. Why? Because kapag inuna mo yung pag-aaral, di ba? Sinasayang mo yung oras.
Oo, tsaka kakabahan ka. Oo. Kasi sayang yung oras. Actually, when it comes to investment talaga, time is money. Totoo yan. Actually, we have other viewers or listeners who kept on asking questions. Where do I put my money? How do I do this? I really want to invest. Ganyan. Pero they start to study it one by one, and then they can't decide kung ano yung uunahin nila. So,
analysis paralysis.
Oo. So, I always tell them na, why don't you choose one na lang muna? Choose one na lang, na the easiest one. O, diba? Punta ka ng bonds, punta ka ng, mag-unit link ka. Para lang nasisimulan mo na, instead of you wasting 2 months, 3 months. Sayang yun, 3 months na yun, nag-i-increase na yung pera mo. O, 3 months na yun, nag-i-increase na yun.
Kasi parang ano yun kung meron kang gustong yayain mag-swimming, tapos ayaw mag-swimming, gawin mo, basahin mo. Wala na choice yun, kundi diba? So, ganun yun. Yeah. It's more of psychological, getting your feet wet. In this case, getting yourself into investing right away. So, the earlier the better, because in investing, the best time is always yesterday, but the second best time is today.
Yes.
So, kung kaya mo na, go for it. Diba?
So, what are our closing remarks for our listeners?
Yun, sa akin, the earlier that you can invest, the better. Huwag mag-alala masyado na hindi mo alam yung papasukin mo, because you'll eventually learn that. At mapipilitan kang matutunan na pag meron ka ng pera involved.
Yeah. Learn from experience, ika nga nila, di ba?
Yeah, at the same time, it's more psychological. Pag may pera ka nang involved yan, mapipilitan ka na magtanong-tanong or mag-research, di ba? Pero yung mag-research muna ako bago maglagay ng pera, hindi yan. It's not gonna happen. Second takeaway is invest in yourself. First in your life, and second in knowledge. Diba? So, read. Listen to podcasts like this. Go to the internet. There's a wealth of information on the internet. Talk to your friends who are into this kind of investments then. They could help you also. If you know broker personally, might as well talk to him as well. And lastly, ang takeaway ko lang dito is, although investments is a way to earn money, always keep in mind that investments could also make you lose money.
Yeah.
Yan ang lagi ko sa'yo sabi. If you want to risk more, if you want to risk, if you want to get more pala, you'd have to risk more.
Mm-mm.
But that's basically the essence of being able to earn money, di ba?
Yeah, and
If you
everything,
can't
actually
risk
in everything
money,
in life.
you can't earn money.
Yeah, actually everything in life. If you wanna achieve something, wanna achieve more, then you gotta risk more. Diba? Spend more time. Do the work more. Ganyan, diba? So
Yeah.
everything in life naman is like that.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully, we've given you an overview of each product now, or each vehicle. But in the coming weeks, of course, medyo lalawakan pa natin yung discussions sa mga bagay na yan, and maybe even more. So, but for now, we have to wrap this up kasi medyo may katagalan na yung ating podcast.
Yeah, mahaba naman
for this
talaga.
episode.
Mahaba naman talaga yung topic natin ngayon eh.
But we promise that we'll be explaining a lot more per investment product para mas makapag-decide pa kayo. But for now, start now.
Start
na kayo.
now. Start now.
Whatever it is right now kasi sayang eh.
Sayang yung oras. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
with that, I wanna wrap this up. My name is Ray again, and
Yeah, and this is Princess, and you are listening to Pinoy Money Ideas podcast. And don't forget to join our Facebook group para maging updated kayo on what's happening with investments. We have discussions over there about different types of investments. You can join there and ask questions with fellow investors or brokers like Ray himself.
alright, so join the group, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to Spotify, but most importantly, get yourself involved sa group natin. There are a lot of questions that I know you are itching to ask. We are very willing to answer them. At the same time, there are sporadic posts that we make para may matutunan naman tayo. So, with that, again, maraming salamat sa pakikinig sa ating episode, and we hope you learned and enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Until next week. Bye.
Alright, sweet, goodbye.
Bye.